YouTube, what's up? Father, Son, Holy Spirit. I'm just gonna light that prayer real quick, and then we're gonna go dive in. Book series, reviewing books, classic here. Also, rest in peace to this author. He passed away this year in the summer. So it was actually crazy story. This interesting story. I had emailed him, and this spring wanted to meet Dennis Waitley. He was in his 90s. He passed away. I read this book about this time last year, maybe like 10 months ago. And I would say walking book of inspiration, American legend, one of the best American authors. And Aonia, rest in peace, may his memory be eternal, honestly. Aonia means like, may his memory be eternal in Greek. So I want to do a quick book review. This one's going to be probably 5 to 7 minutes here. I'm just going to read the table of contents. And it is sad because Dennis was an absolute legend. He died this year. It's kind of sad because I wanted to meet him, wasn't able to. I'll try to eventually exchange some more emails with his family that's survived, and the ones that were close to him that still keep in touch with him. But he wrote this book, Seeds of Greatness, in 1980s, I want to say. So I'm just going to read the table of contents, and then I'm going to pick some highlights from the book, and then wrap it up here. But it was 83 he wrote this book. So chapter 1 is the seed of self-esteem, from self-love to self-worth. What Buckwheat taught us about self-esteem, the first best-kept secret of total success. Don't be fooled by the mask I wear. Fear, false education appearing real. How the weeds of fear are planted. How to lead in love without fear. How to hang on to your dreams. You are a masterpiece of creation. 10 action steps to build self-esteem. Chapter 2 is the seed of creativity. Releasing your creative energy. You are what you watch. The second best kept secret of total success. The robot self-image. I think of Robot Russell Wilson there. That's an interesting chapter. He talks about how he writes poetry and stuff. The instant replay factor. How the Vietnam POWs survived. Doing within while you're doing without. Do it right and drill. How to master your own creativity. The power of self-talk. How to script your own success. 10 action steps to creativity. Chapter 3 is the seed of responsibility. We become what we do. Why the Japanese succeed. The third best kept secret of total success. The disease of immediate gratification. Bradford the Barbarian. How to build self-reliance. The 7 C's of self-control. 10 action steps to teaching responsibility. So a lot of these I agree with. Some I slightly disagree with, but very self-reliance. I think that's okay to be. Yeah, I mean, but you want to be focused on, as a church attending kid here, but we definitely want to be focused on the Trinity, which is, Father, in the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. So I would say that's about, but like the disease of instant immediate gratification, that's reverberated with the author Zig Ziglar, who is also very similar to Dennis. Both are just American legends. Chapter 4, Tessera. The seed of wisdom, what it means to live without wax, which kind of don't really understand that heading right there, but the integrity of the triangle. Knowledge makes the difference. To thine own self be true. If I could live my life again. The fourth best kept secret of total success. 10 action steps towards wisdom. Chapter 5, the seed of purpose. The gold mine in your goals. The fifth best secret of total success. Eric showed us how. The power within. Love. I mean, I agree with all this. I mean, even build your self-reliance. That's actually really important. Yeah. But I would just say definitely lean on, like as the Proverbs say in the Gospel and the Old and New Testament, that I think that's the most sacred resource of wisdom. It does say lean on like Christ more, but more as in lean on him first. So chapter 5, the power within, that's a great page 105. I might flip back to that if I have more time. The Garden of Your Mind, Hi-Ho Chemo Away, The Wheel of Fortune, How to Mine Your Gold Mind, The Awesome Power of Suggestion, 10 Action Steps Towards Your Goals. Chapter 6, The Seeds of Communication. Reach out and touch someone. Walking in another's moccasins. I like that a lot because you hear walking in someone's shoes or sandals. He writes walking in others' moccasins. It's kind of funny. Getting on their wavelength. Love letters to live by. The 6 best kept secret of total success. Take time to listen. Communication is from inside to outside. The way to climb up from never. The power of one-on-one. 10 action steps to be better communication. Chapter 7, Seed of Faith, the power of positive believing. The 7 best kept secret of total success, why it's snowing all over America. That's also a Zig thing, very snowing, as he's referring to like substances, especially like narcotics and cocaine. He's like very much abhorring that because that's always been a problem in our country. So I'll also say like I am also on that notion. I mean, all substances are good. So personally, I've never done that either. So how Arnold broke the world's weightlifting record, getting high naturally. That's an amazing chapter. The Incurable Optimist, why Lee Trevino is always lucky. I should write that chapter down. Larry's temporal inconvenience. It's still me inside. 10 action steps to optimism. Now, chapter 8, the seeds of adaptability, turning problems into opportunities. It says the 8th best kept secret of total success. Stumbling blocks into stepping stones. Stumbling blocks into stepping stones. Necessity, mother of the ice cream cone. The birth of the hot dog. Opportunities of Mount St. Helens. Motivation, the 2 faces of stress. How to adapt and live longer. Says rules for handling stress. Humor yourself into health and happiness. 10 action steps towards adaptability. Now, chapter 9, seeds of perseverance. The will to win is everything. The 9th best kept secret of total success. One that came from behind. You've got to start somewhere. Always go for the gold. A living legend. What Vince Lombardi really said. The secret behind those golden archers. It's a reference to McDonald's. It's never too late to try. 10 action steps towards perseverance. And then chapter 10 is the seed of perspective. To be a star thrower. Running to or running from? Question mark. I'd rather watch a winner. Self-dimension grid. Balanced living. Living on someday I will. The riddle of reef. Celebrating instead of collecting. The secret within. I know you understand. That's the conclusion. And we're running out of time here, so I'll stop this at like 9 minutes. But I wanted to go to I'll go to page 152 and page 105. Yeah, I'll go to those 2 pages. I'm a huge believer in getting high naturally. He talked about the Presbyterian Church, power of faith, a lot of good education here. How to get adrenaline going, get peak physical performance, lifting heavy weights, increasing your vigor by working out. He also has that chapter about Arnold Schwarzenegger too, so that's probably a segue there. Power within. He talked about positive self-talk, good self-image, all these great things. Talked about winning gold medals too. Yeah, this is one of the best books. Vacuum. He also, each chapter has 10 action steps to do these things. So I'm going to just quickly reread all these, but I'm punting this book. That's the review. I give this book easily an 8.5 out of 10. Maybe 8.7 for Crosby or something. Or I'll give it a Caner, like 8.8 out of 10. I'll give it a Henrik Zetterberg, 9.0 out of 10. Or I don't even know, 89. But yeah, it is really up an echelon, top book. And then obviously rest in peace, Dennis Waitley. I'll probably reread this one more time and then punt it, but peace out.